there! I'm Almost Maddie, and welcome to my channel. In short, I write sad girl songs. I'm an LA-based singer-songwriter, and I like to say my music is kind of the happy medium between Avril Lavigne and Sheryl Crow. I started going live on Facebook in March of 2020 because prior to that, I had been working as a server and doing weekly open mics with my friends at a brewery in my college town. But the pandemic shut the world and all of the restaurants and venues I've been performing at down. And that led myself and a lot of other content creators to turn our gaze upon the internet. I did weekly live shows on Facebook for about a year and then ended up moving across the country to Los Angeles, upgrading my entire gear setup and starting out on a new adventure. I figured today I would talk to you a little bit about my gear setup, just because it's changed so radically from what it was. Just a year ago, all the gear I needed for my live streams, my SoundCloud recordings, my YouTube videos, and basically all of the self-promotion I was doing was this: my Taylor and my iPhone. And no shame to the cell phone content creation game. I had been recording and editing audio and video on my phone for years before even beginning to live stream. So I am in no way saying that that is not an adequate setup at all. Just saying that that was where I began, and this is where I've had the privilege to land for now. You know, hopefully a year from now I'll be making a video with even better gear. But let's get into it. All right, so first and foremost, the linchpin to this whole operation is my 2020 13-inch MacBook Pro. I had a 2013 Mac I got in my senior year of high school that served me so well in college until my junior year when it died in a wine-related disaster. Not even my wine-related disaster, might I add. But I got this one a couple months ago, and after operating for almost 3 years on a Google Chromebook, it was a total upgrade. Now I use it for nearly everything. My calendar, all my events, my recording in Logic Pro, my OBS is for streaming. If this thing were to die, just get the insurance for your computer if you're a working artist. That's all I'm saying. The softwares I use are kind of the Sundance to my MacBook's Butch Cassidy. I use Streamlabs OBS for streaming, Logic Pro X for recording for SoundCloud or YouTube, and iMovie for editing footage and sound together. Now, Logic Pro and iMovie are Mac specific, but before I used a Mac, I used Audacity and I used Windows Video Maker as well. You know, you do what you can with what you got, folks. Make your own magic. From there, the next big important piece of equipment I use is my audio interface. And I use the Focusrite Scarlett 4i4. Like I said before, last year, my entire recording and audio setup was my iPhone. Prior to that, I had experimented with USB mics like Yetis, but I found that they didn't really offer me the sound quality that I liked. So after some digging, I figured out that I should nix the USB mic for a condenser interface combo instead. And with the 4i4, I have 2 hybrid inputs plus the MIDI and the 2 stereo inputs in the back, and then I have 4 outputs as well. And genuinely, I have no reason to need that many inputs or outputs on an audio interface, but a girl can dream, I suppose. I got the audio interface. Then I needed mics. I have a Sterling ST151 vocal condenser mic, a Sterling ST131 instrument condenser mic, and a Sennheiser E609 super cardioid dynamic microphone. My ST-151 is the vocal mic that I speak and sing into, and I got it because it's a good mid-range vocal condenser mic, and it came in a kit with the ST-131. When they're in the kit, they're called the SP-150 and the SP-130. I have been looking on the website, the manufacturer's website, and haven't been able to find any difference in the making of the mics, but if you know a difference, please hit me up, because I don't know about the manufacturing of microphones, but I am down to be educated. My Taylor has pickups that are constantly in and out, so I knew that I was going to want an instrument condenser mic because I love the sound, the room sound that an acoustic brings, as well as direct line in for acoustic electric. And I got the E609 because I frequently use my Fender Blues Junior amp for streaming and recording, and I knew I wanted an amp microphone that I could use in a variety of different ways and placements. And I just really like that the E609 has been designed in such a way that it can just kind of hang over your amp face and still deliver a really quality sound. For recording video and for some promo photos that I've done in the past, though now they're mostly done by my amazing photographer mother on her Mark IV, I use a Canon Rebel SL1. Growing up with a photographer for a mother, I always had access to her cameras for like projects and things, but I really needed one of my own while I was in school. And so she got me this, really sick starter DSLR. Though she got it for me in white, thinking that she was funny because she can see how dirty and loved and used it was getting in time. I do use the stock lens that came with the camera. It's an 18 to 55 millimeter lens. And I just really love the whole apparatus for what I've been doing lately. I use the camera in tandem with a Lilliput 4K camera assist second screen just while I record video for YouTube, just because I can't really see or adjust my angles otherwise. So if I were to upgrade this camera to another one ever, it would probably be to one that has a face that swivels so that I can better fine-tune my perspectives. I've been primarily an acoustic guitarist my whole life, so MIDI controllers are a recently discovered new world for me. But my baby brother suggested and also has the Alesis VI61. It's got 16 programmable square pads on it and EQ knobs and other programmable buttons galore. But like I said, I personally am a noob, so all I've really used it for so far has been some simple bass lines and a kick and a snare. But I am so excited to experiment with it in the future. For the stars of the show, my instruments, well, the ones I have on this side of the States. But my closest confidant and oldest friend is Sparky, my Taylor 110 CE. I got him at the ripe old age of 12 when my first guitar, an Ovation celebrity, took a tumble off the couch and experienced death by a broken truss rod. What it comes down to is I really just love the versatility of an acoustic electric guitar, and I really just value the bright, lively tone of Taylor guitar. Streaming and videos, I also utilize my jazzmaster Squire jazzmaster that I got when I was 20 because I felt like I needed an electric guitar finally, and I was really attracted to the finish, pickguard, and body style. I work at a major music retailer now, and with what I know, I probably should have started on another body style, but I was really attracted to the look. And honestly, if you get a guitar that you don't feel cool playing, you're probably not going to play it. Pro tip. I also have an acoustic electric ukulele. I have a Kala KACE acoustic electric uke, and it's been a really fantastic and fun instrument to have. It's super portable and really comfy to play and write on. Super easy to learn too. Last but not least, I have my Fender Blues Junior tube amp. to amplify all of these instruments. I really needed an amp, and I was looking at the Fender Mustang digital combo amps, but a coworker of mine knew that I had said that my sound was warmer and more influenced by bluegrass and punk music, and so he suggested the Blues Junior heavily. It was my first bigger purchase with my employee discount, and it was a good one. It's super easy to set into overdrive and get incredibly different sounds with just the amp. Plus, I really just love that tube amp tone. Well, folks, that's my entire current gear setup. Everything that I use to record for YouTube, stream on Twitch, and record songs for SoundCloud. I hope you enjoyed this inside look at my equipment. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out my channel Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for some covers to tap your foot along to and some original sad girl songs. Stay angsty, stay kind. See you next time.